You guys, I feel like today is going to be officially the last day that I'm going to be in this energy. I don't know what it is about today specifically, but it feels like a final goodbye, like a final step to some type of completion, and you're gonna feel really good about it. So let's see exactly what this energy is, what you're saying goodbye to, what's coming in for you, Taurus. um I'm also hearing klutzy. Okay, I'm also hearing klutzy. So it doesn't feel like your energy directly, whoever I'm speaking to, but it does feel as if something, a force, an energy is angry, upset that you outwitted. Okay, spirit outwitted a force. We have perseverance in reverse. Yes, spirit outwitted a force, someone that was trying to restrict your confidence, your business, your networking ability, your attraction, your magnetism, whatever. Yeah, we have conflict in reverse. So this is a confirmation for me that whatever this new job is, whatever you have that's new in your life, I don't care what it is specifically, only you're going to know that. When you look back in hindsight on where you are now and where you started, spirit is revealing to you why you had to go this route, why they had to take certain detours. Because with this conflict in reverse, this was the path of least resistance. And a lot of times, the path of least resistance, our human experience, right? Navigating our human experience, we would prefer that it's the most comfortable. But nah, the path of least resistance is always the most difficult. It's always the path that nobody wants to take. And that's because it comes with a lot of strife. It comes with a lot of resentment. It comes with a lot of people working against you, because it's very bold. It's very loud. It's very in your face. You cannot miss this energy. So there's a lot going on in the spiritual realm. Okay. And the characters or the forces that are working against you, it doesn't matter. What matters right here and right now, and the message that I have coming in for you is hmm 10 toes, standing 10 toes down, meaning what you say, standing on business, is how you are, is why you are receiving this type of communication right now. I don't know, there's something about you stood firm, you held firm in some type of petition, commitment. You communicated this. You said, as collateral, I will do this, I will offer that, I will give this, and in return, this is what I want to manifest. And the universe said, cha-ching. The universe said, approved. So in situations, how you're going to know that this is happening and miracles are like this are happening for you, what's expected for other people to do, right? Let's say you go get a car, right? And typically, in order to get a car, you got to have great credit, you got to have a lot of money down, references, jobs, all those different things, especially if you're financing one. What I'm seeing here is someone gets approved for that car with bad credit, no money down, and low monthly rates. Now, when things like that happen, where they're not even asking you for any type of proof, or they're not asking you for anything as collateral, and it's just something that someone just writes a green check mark, an underwriter sees it as a fair trade. We don't ask no questions. We don't be like, why is this happening? Are you sure? No, you take that blessing and you go about your business. That's what I'm seeing here. And And so whatever force was trying to get you to change course, change your destiny, redirect you, throw you off, that energy, that demon, okay, that unhealed person, place or thing, environment, they don't get to win. Spiritual seeker, they don't get to win. This is definitely, a lot of y'all are devotees of this inner path. You do a lot of meditation, insight, and practice. So this is the way of life. Okay, there's a community of people, a group of people, a level of consciousness that feels like, oh, so you just gonna overlook me? That's what I'm hearing. So you just gonna overlook me today? Yeah, we have reader here. Some of y'all, this is in the tarot community. Some of y'all have really like severed ties with certain commitments. You're learning about a new subject, new topics. You're going bigger and better places. And I feel like whatever loyalty people were expecting you to have, if they didn't do the spiritual work, you were called up out of there. Okay? Something ain't for sale. You have to actually apply yourself. Watching, lurking, and just stealing whatever spiritual insight that you acquire. Even if they did steal it, what Spirit is saying is that they wouldn't receive an offer letter. They wouldn't be able to make it to a certain spiritual realm. This is a spiritual realm that you have to show yourself approved for. You have to vibrate at that frequency. Yeah. Healers, treatment, surgeon, diagnostic, compassion. So even if you're not like a licensed healer or medical practitioner, therapist, you're just someone that is good at being compassionate and knowing how to be of assistance to other people. Your compassion is very healing. With revolutionists in reverse, I'm tapped into a collective that has decided not to martyr themselves. For people that are refusing to pick up books and read, they refuse to show themselves approved. They play victim. All right. And then they hate on other people that figure it out. They hate on other people that put in the work and apply themselves. So they mad. So you're showing me the overall energy, but it's fair. Okay. What's coming up is that it's fair. It's only fair because inner child work has to be done. If you've already done the inner child work, you're going to feel bored eventually because you're no longer able to resonate. And before you get to a point where you start having to talk down to people or you start having to belittle people, places, and things, even if you aren't trying to do it intentionally, that's how this level of consciousness will perceive you. They would perceive you as if you're trying to be a know-it-all, as if you think you're better than everybody else. They would put you on a pedestal, God complex. And even if you are not walking around with that God complex, they would place you on that pedestal. Because then you take on their burdens and you sacrifice yourself. So you aren't the sacrificial lamb. It's not my problem. Even if somebody else is saying, well, this is how I did it, and this is what works for me, and this is what's supposed to be in order to be spiritual, that may work for you. But who said that you were out here denying yourself of all the luxuries that life has to offer you? The only people that want you to deny yourself of those luxuries are those that are afraid of the boogeyman, right? Claiming to be free while still fearing what any other force can do against you or do to you. That sounds like a crippled faith. People that chant and pray and say that they believe in God, but the moment that they're faced with situations, things like what's going on in the news, what's going on in the health industry, what's going on, all the other matters of the world, those become louder and greater than any promise ever given to you by the Most High. Those things become your God because that's where your attention goes and that's your focus. So how can God work wonders and magic and miracles into your life if you're too busy being afraid of who can do something to you. You're still afraid of death. And I mean spiritual death. So when you get to a point where something is unteachable because those belief systems are that rooted in this level of consciousness, you gotta let it go. Release. You have to let it go. You gotta tidy up, you gotta fix it, and then you have to go by yourself. Do it by yourself. That's what I see. For a lot of you, this is something that spirit may have been keeping you up at night about. When I also think of Cancer energy, it makes me think about the looking into water and scrying, right? Mirrors, telephones. So this is showing me that a lot of this conflict is in our optical illusion. So, for example, mirroring people, mirroring karmics, mirroring certain levels of consciousness. So when we look into these devices and different things like that, what it's only showing us is the problems that we have in ourselves. So, for example, when someone jumps in my comments and they say, if only you were a better mother, what I read is, you wish you were a better mother, and since you're looking at this telephone, which is your mirror, when you see me, you see yourself, and you try to identify with something that you don't resonate with. You don't know what it feels like to have a great mother. You don't know what it feels like to be a great mother. You still have inner child issues. So in that type of situation, the only thing that you're telling me is that, DT, I wish I was a great mother. I wish I had a better mother. And I know off rip that it has nothing to do with me. And my daddy taught me firsthand, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Because I know that you're just triggered by the things you refuse to see about yourself. And that goes for any situation, right? When people talk about the beeping noise and the smoke detectors, what's mirroring back to you, why spirit keeps playing the smoke detectors even more rapidly every time I hit the record button, is because spirit wants you to see how you give more focus and attention to the things like the smoke detectors, to maintaining your homes and your material possessions, and you value them so much that you don't make time. You can't close your logical brain off long enough to even receive a message. So you sit here and you listen to these calls and you listen to what's going on, but it's only like listening to a radio station or watching TV, because you don't know how to apply it, and you don't know what the message is trying to say to you, because you're still stuck on that dimension. So under no circumstances do the beeps bother me. If spirit wanted me particularly to change the batteries, spirit would tell me to change the batteries. If it was to immediately affect me, they're not my batteries. Nor should it have that much validity in how I can channel and connect with that divine consciousness. This is about you. So when you look into the mirror of these telephones and these computers, however you watch these devices, however you understand that you're picking up on your own shadow. You're picking up on the things that you refuse. You say, oh, I changed my smoke detector, so I know it ain't a message for me. It's not about the smoke detectors. It's about that you ignore all the flags. It's about how you ignore all the warnings that spirit gives you. It amplifies that you're so good at changing a 9-volt. I didn't even know those shit take 9-volt batteries, but y'all taught me something, right? What is telling you is that you know how to do that like this, right? Your mind is programmed to respond instantaneously when the milk goes out, right? When tissue needs to be restocked. You know how to make sure you are prepared for any type of world crisis. But excuse me, the biggest crisis that's going on in the world is the one that you give your attention to. The biggest crisis that we are all experiencing comes from neglecting yourself, neglecting the attention that you need. Are you putting in that 9-volt battery in the back of your... No, you're not. Because if you did, you would be able to tune those things out so you can see clearly, hear clearly, and receive messages clearly. So that's what I see here. Seeking for something that you can't touch because you're so physically attached to the 3D realm. So because you can't touch it and it doesn't seem real, you lack belief, you lack faith. You can't even get to the stage of knowing because you're still trying to make it through faith and belief. Once you cross over needing to believe, you just know it's going to happen. You just know. Not because you did something or you applied yourself, but because that's what the spiritual realm is telling you. That's what your subconscious realm is mirroring back to you. If I plant good seeds, I know positive things will manifest into my reality. If I can only talk about people, places, and the things I don't like and the things I don't want, I can guarantee you I can know it. I can predict it. Everything I don't want, I'm gonna experience. It's a lie. These forces have lied to you and conditioned you to believe that your prevention has any type of value in something that you can't touch. It doesn't. You have absolutely no control over anything except yourself. And I'm not going to sit here all day and pull up references to prove anything to you, because that's another condition that you possess. You need things to be proven to you. You still in the stage of research and proof. But when you evolve past all those phases, then you become a channel. Then you become the vessel. You become the book. You become the living word. And if you haven't ascended to that level and you haven't reached that level of consciousness, rather than trying to change other people and force someone to indoctrinate and believe and think like you, it would be better just to let them be. Because I can guarantee you, it don't matter if your smoke detector work. It don't matter if you have great things to say. If my spirit don't guide me over in your direction, you won't find me. Because that's not where my spirit want to be. So you can feel like you have the best home, you have the best resources, you have everything going for yourself. That still wouldn't be a location if my spirit don't guide me there. So if your spirit guides you here and you come to this channel, there is something here for you. But the way my spirit works and the way all my spirit guides work, no man sits at this table that isn't bringing forth their own effort, right? I'm not here to preach to you. I'm a teacher. And as a teacher, I'm going to teach you from the things that come to my mind, the visions that come to me. That's what you're going to get taught from. I don't have no degree to give you, and I don't have no references. And I'm not about to pull up no book and quote any scriptures. That's elementary. That's kindergarten. That's kindergarten level of spirituality. Okay? People have been there and done that. The Great Crumble. There's some type of major event that's supposed to come. And I see the roles being reversed. In this major event, this event is designed to push humanity towards prevention. That's what Spirit is showing me. And as a part of pushing humanity towards being in a state of preventative measures of some type of major event that's supposed to happen, what's actually driving this hidden agenda, this intention, this root intention, is the desire, right? Some way, somehow, it's a trick. It's encrypted, right? I'm hearing a fly. Okay. So, for example, you want me to talk about that one? So in this universal year 8, a lot of celebrities and different things like that are a lot of corrupt leaders, celebrities, whatever, fake people, charlatan people, whatever. They are being exposed, right? Now, with this year of things being exposed, what's driving people to get excited, right? Because excitement is an emotion that we manifest off of, right? And if you're not manifesting off of it, higher forces, other forces, not necessarily higher, but other forces will take your emotion, like Monsters Inc., and they will channel it into whatever they want to build, their new societies, their new communities, their new empires, right? So a lot of people are getting excited, like finally people that were in positions of power and people that had a lot of money, right? What drives a lot of lower dimension levels is these are the people that had the power. These are the people that had the money, the influence, the affluence. Now they're going to be the poor ones and we're going to be the ones on top, right? Now stay with me, because in this situation, all of those things are true, right? But one thing that they aren't telling you is how everything is mastermind by the universal consciousness. So on a universal level, right, as a whole, the desire for you to put this person against that person, this social class against that social class, Democrats versus Republicans, everything is going to be in the season of, if you were in my shoes, you would know how I feel. If I was in your shoes. And there's going to be this desire, this unspeakable desire to want to swap places as a way for the other person. So this is where people start casting spells and they start saying, well, if you were living my life, you would see this from my perspective. And then if you were doing this, you would react in this perspective. If you went through what I went through, this is how you would know how I feel. There's going to be that underline, right? This is the underbelly of the snake. What drives a person to want to become indifferent towards each other, segregated, divided. Because if you see here, look, we have lines, but everybody is still in boxes. Okay, if you want to be frank. So bringing it back to what Spirit is saying about that intention, the overall objective is if we can avoid these people, there's like this opposition. It's like on one side of the team, it's like tear it down. On the other side of the team, it's like, I don't want to tear it down, or I don't want to let it go. So everybody that's avoiding a disaster, it's making me think of the school of good and evil. One of the things that Sophie said was, the thing about being good and the thing about being evil is what made a good person good. Once upon a time, it was the way you respond to situations, right? And so a good person has to allow the person that's the aggressor to shoot first, right? To do it first. Then the tables turn, and those that attacked first becomes the actual karmic. It becomes the bad person. So if you haven't watched The School of Good and Evil, and when you need to watch it. So when you apply it in this situation, it's the same concept. Those that are pointing a finger and saying this and holding other people accountable, judging and doing all those different things, they're striking first, in so many words. But the reason why they're striking first, and it's not for everybody, but the reason why they're striking first is because they want to avoid it coming over into their lane. They want to avoid it coming over into their reality. Like, stay over there with that. I don't need nobody looking into my situation. I don't need nobody investigating me. I don't need this type of smoke, right? But the more that they attempt to avoid that disaster rather than coming clean with themselves and holding accountability for themselves, the longer they prolong, they make a longer disaster. And I feel like there's a major event that is going to be played out physically due to the spiritual resistance, the spiritual conflict that's happening before it actually manifests. So it's like, before you could judge anyone, make sure that your table is clean. Make sure that your closet you've aired out all your closets. Make sure that you've forgiven yourself. Make sure that you've resolved things within yourself. Because the moment you point your finger at someone else and you feel like you've been watching them long enough and observing them long enough, and you've determined that they're a bad person, make sure that even though you've been a good person all your life, that when you point that finger at somebody else, that you don't have your own scars and you don't have your own stuff going on that would pretty much push that karma back onto you. Because that's pretty much what I see here. And this is why, that great Bible that everyone enjoys to read but never inculcates and never decodes, tells you, when you see someone else going through a storm or you see someone else going through something, that is not the time for you to sit there and want to bear witness. Because if you sitting there watching stuff go down, you could turn into a pillar of salt trying to be nosy and trying to relish in what you feel like someone else is getting as a result of whatever may have happened between the two of you, or however you may have been treated. When something happens to you and you're truly good, I promise you, you do not feel the desire anymore to sit around and prove that you're good. You don't feel a desire anymore to explain yourself. You just don't have that type of, it's like, okay, that person hit me, moving on with my life. You don't feel like you need to mourn, grieve, or resent any person, place, or thing. And that's how you're really going to know whether or not you are even in a position to be coveting another person's life, comparing another person's life, or trying to snoop and peek into another person's life and destiny. So Spirit's trying to warn a lot of people. These are attachments here that don't want to let you go. Something is happening for you right now, and someone just doesn't want to let you go. They don't want you to evolve, or they want you to keep I don't know, it feels like feeding their ego, because I feel like somebody's been like purchasing things, glorifying themselves, And they're doing it by comparing your life to their life. Someone gets some type of dopamine hit from feeling as if you are experiencing bad karma, or their enemies are. They really do. They keep up with all their relics. Someone could be with this, all these boxes and stuff here. So it could be a hoarder. Someone likes nice things. This feels like somebody that they don't really have any real value. Like, when I say value, I mean, for example, if they have property in their name, they barely own it. It still belongs to the bank. You know what I'm saying? If they have businesses going on, they're behind in taxes. There's something about fake flexing here. And so this is someone that they need people to be afraid of upsetting them, making them mad, in order for them to feel in control, because they buy love, they buy you okay? They buy love, they buy friendships. Yeah, this person is they're not very bright. It says intellect in reverse, innovative mind in reverse, exceptional ability in reverse, bearer of gift. This person has no gift. And they're playing a very risky game. Engineer. They have a lot of debt. They may have a lot of fortune. I say fortune. They may have a lot of fortune as well. And I probably can say all of this right now and could be looking that person in the face as I'm talking to them. And they still wouldn't be able to see that it's them that I'm talking about. Because when they look in their phone, they're like, yep, that's you. That's you. You the person Spirit talking about. But really, I am just the ultimate mirror for your bullshit. Which means, when you look in this phone and you see my face and you see my reality, all the karma that you are experiencing, that you think I'm experiencing, it's really yours. It's really coming for you. It's all you, boo. It's all you. We have props. This is someone that likes to they like to use technology, hire people, call people to fix their situation. They call smarter people to help them fix their problems because they are a little too intellectually deficient to figure this shit out on their own. I'm telling you, they wouldn't be able to see this if it hit them in the ass, okay? We just small talker, alleviator, master of libation. This could be someone that drinks as well. Someone's getting legal help, legal advice or assistance in regards to I see someone accusing someone else of like drugging them. They're being offered some type of money to help them pay their debt, to keep their name out of a situation, and all they need to do is make a statement. Write a letter, make a statement, give them some type of intel, and then we can protect you. I don't know what this is because I did see lawyer here, so this could be a case. Seeking advisement in regards to a case, and you've built some type of name for yourself, and you don't want that person's illegal actions to roll off on you. You may be saying somebody also may have got divorced as a way to avoid being oh shit, that would be fucked up, because I saw somebody like saying, hey, I got this going on, I don't want it to fall back on you. You know, I would rather us legally get divorced or legally separate, so that way they can't. Someone hit somebody with the Cookie and Lucius, so we can avoid whatever debt I have coming to me, whatever situation I have coming to me affect you. And the reason why they said it was to avoid a disaster, but this is somebody that was really trying to get, they told a fib, they told a tall tale. They were really trying to get rid of you. Yeah, they really got rid of you. And you may have been extremely you gambled with your money, you gambled with your resources. But you still have some type of attachment with the Ace of Pentacles. Like someone only has their things left. Like they only have their house, their jewelry, their clothes. They only have the furniture. It's very small things left in their name. And this person walks away with their great reputation. They walk away with all the secrets dying with you in that house, in that situation. And I'm hearing Hagar. They cast you out. And you may have thought that you were Sarah. All right? Whoever this is for, you may have thought that you were Sarah. And this person would be willing to cast everybody out for you. Meanwhile, this person is just happy to be free of you. So I'm seeing a situation where somebody here is waiting for another person to come to their senses. Ace of Wands in reverse. They haven't done it yet, but the truth of the matter is this person manipulated the situation, you and somebody else. And they helped you help them get out of a situation. That's what I see here. Proper shoot. With this smile. I don't know, this person can look like this. Okay, this person can smile like this. They can have this very charming demeanor. You may want to call this person. You may be really trying to keep yourself from calling this person. This person may... Oh, man. Something about this situation is telling me that you could have seduced this person, lust. Like you could have used, the art of seduction. It's giving some type of art of seduction. Is giving like, I don't know how to do things without you. Help me establish this, establish that. And it was supposed to be something y'all built together. Very damsel in distress, but coming up like a Queen of Wands. Like a false Queen of Wands. Someone that enjoys enterprise, but really this person feels like you lied to them. You weren't who you say you were. They may be deflecting or projecting this onto you, because I feel like this person's as smooth as this criminal is. Ain't no way you cannot tell me, ain't no way in hell that this person did not know that you weren't really who you say you were. That you were this generous, confident, competitive person that just had it all together. No, this person read right through you. Just like I'm reading through you right now. Whoever this is for. Because I feel like this is the current energy. So there's someone, if you know this ain't you, then there's someone in your energy that is attached to you some way, somehow. Whether that be through blood, whether that be through relationships, whether that be through friendships, you know what I'm saying? This could be someone that's holding a grudge against you, mad at you. Will never admit it to your face, though. They smile in your face. Whole time they want to take your place. It's a backstabber. This could be someone that even came to you for advice. So, undercover. Like, what should I do in this situation? or they try to hide in the background. Yeah, this is somebody that knew all along. They have the sun energy here. Like, they're pretty much saying like they knew, but they didn't really know. And that's cap. You know why? Because I feel like this has to be somebody that you were dealing with that y'all were in transit. Okay, you may have met this person during separation. This person could have said, I'm with somebody, but we're separated, or I'm unhappy. Okay, so whoever this person is that was getting over someone, unhappy, not quite sure, they told you that. And the moment that you told them, you know, the moment they saw that you stuck around with your actions and you were willing to help them despite the situation that they were had with another person, it told them all the information that they needed to know about you. And was that they could play off your jealousy and envy of another person. They could play off you being willing to covet another person's situation to get what you want. And hell, while you getting what you want, why not get what I want too? That's what this person said. But they weren't they already had it in their mind that this wasn't gonna go far. Okay, that y'all weren't gonna work. They already knew it. Some of y'all, this person didn't want to hurt your feelings. Others of you, with strength in reverse, they didn't feel like you had, like they may have told you, like, I don't think you have what it takes for who, like what type of person I am, the way I operate, the way I function, you know, how I like to move. You could have wanted this person to communicate better with you, defend you more, stand up for you, make time for you in their schedule. And some of y'all, you may have felt like you were changing this person, but I think y'all were one and the same. Like, a lot of y'all, your desire to succeed at getting this person, taking this person, winning, competing for this person, whatever, your desire for that, for the name, for the sake of love, and this is my person or whatever, my soulmate, you were mirroring this person's desire to succeed by any means necessary. You know what I'm saying? Even if they got to step on people or get rid of people, even if they got to swindle, lie, steal, get debt. So in a lot of ways, that's that soul tie. That's that attachment. This person was meant to come into your life. Y'all were meant to come into each other's life and be a disappointment in some way to each other. King, I'm telling you, when you see the King and Queen of Wands in reverse with the sun and the moon, the Five of Swords and the Hangman. Y'all may do certain things like y'all just alike. You met your match. Oh, I'm walking away. I'm not gonna talk to you no more. As a way to try to get the other person. Oh, they'll come back around when they see that they're not gonna find nobody else out there like me and stuff like that. That's the type of energy that's the type of back and forth soul tie that I'm seeing here. But it feels like a mutual tie that made you and this person very compatible. Is how quickly you guys jump into situations, how you move. You know, once upon a time you could have lied for this person. It's giving very scissor energy. Catch a case for this person, whatever. And so you may not like certain aspects about them because they may do this with a lot of people. And they may not like that you want to control them by restricting who they do it with. Either way, both of y'all still under some type of litigation. Both of y'all being closely watched. We have Lost Soul Reader. Alright, I'm going to leave it right there. Because it feels like there's a pressing situation. And neither one of y'all are going to be able to avoid how this plays out. You can run, but you can't hide. I see somebody being very upset with some type of legal situation. I don't know. I feel like this Queen of Wands been doing something in secret, though. Maybe like there's some paperwork that were created, and one of y'all here created some type of paperwork where it has a clause in there and someone didn't read the fine print, and a part of the clause states that if this person is to like move on and do something, the other person would get all their business, or someone would get all their money. There's some type of situation, or it could be a situation with children. If someone leaves the state, or if someone moves on, they would have to surrender children or something like that. Somebody may be talking about doing this. Somebody's big mad. Somebody's big mad. Someone's trying to assert themselves. 8 of Cups. Yeah, to get you back. It's showing up at the feminine in this situation. Whoever, masculine energy, masculines can be also feminine energy. Just depends on where y'all at, or what position y'all taking in the situation, what role y'all playing in the situation. And it's showing that the feminine in this situation, ultimate goal is to get someone back. Their ultimate desire is to get someone back. They want to be with that person. They want to be, but they want this person to mature and change. So whatever strategy that this person plays, it's going to be in favor of them trying to get the feminine wants this person back. They're not over this person. Magician, by any means necessary. Ooh. They'll take this person as they are. Like, I'll take you exactly as you are. 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Even if you have nothing, bare back and all. The Chariot. Let's start over. Let's hit the reset button. Let's let it go. I'll give you everything in my bank account. Someone is really, they plan on going to a party, a function, popping up on someone. They let go, but they wasn't serious. This person, as soon as they get able to get on their feet, they're gonna be in this chariot. Let's go. Go get my person. Spirit, show me the sun. Something about in their car. Somebody may be wanting it once they get their car fixed. They plan on pulling up on somebody. They may say that to you, or you may say that to them. Ooh. 6 of Wands. So the masculine in this situation is having to, I won't say that the masculine is having to vibe at this person's level, but what I will say is that with the 6 of Swords and the 6 of Wands, this is someone that just wants to learn the lesson already and move on. So whoever's vibrating in the masculine frequency, they're being very clear and honest. They're telling them partially, but not everything. But they're showing some of their life, but they're not showing everything. I feel like they're keeping this attachment in the dark. Okay? And they're keeping them in the dark by being an open book. Because for whatever reason, when this person's an open book and they're not hiding anything, this attachment becomes super suspicious anyway. And then they end up oversharing, overtelling, and X, Y, and Z. 7 of Pentacles. You know this about this person. But I feel like in order to beat this person at their own game, you have to be a mirror. You know what I'm saying? You can't let your heart rate get too elevated. You can't look too excited. You literally have to conceal how you really feel. But I feel like this masculine energy in reverse, if they could say what they really want to say, they would be like, you know what I'm saying? The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. You and that high horse you ran up in here on. 6 of Swords. Yeah. Someone knows that this attachment is trying to get them to fight for a situation, compete, give them attention, tell me you love me, do right by me, and someone's just like, oh my God. They know they're being watched, investigated, and looked into, but they don't want to be with this person. There's something about an attachment. Someone is happy that they are officially away from this attachment. Closing message for whoever needed this. This is a lot for a Thursday. Toward a personal healing and happiness. Yikes. If you're in this type of situation with envy in reverse, man, I feel like you damned if you do and you damned if you don't. Even if you try to be a high vibrational person and walk away and do the right thing. Like, I'm not even jealous of you. I wish you well. Ain't no reward for that. That wouldn't change this person's tactic. That wouldn't change them. I feel like ultimately with teacher in reverse, you're meant to teach this person a lesson, and so much as you just want to like be done with this phase of your life and this story, and you just want to focus on your achievements and meditate and ascend and all that other great stuff, you ain't no hater. They're always going to want you back. Straight up. Like, they don't care about none of your opinion. This person, this energy doesn't care nothing about what you talking about. Like, hey, I wish the best for you, and I didn't hate on you, and all this other stuff. They don't care about none of that. Because at the end of the day, they're envious of the idea of you being happy without them. And that is like a canker sore in this person. They rotten to the core. Okay. 3 of Swords in reverse. I just feel really bad leaving it like that, because I feel like I'm like, it's like something's a boomerang and it's gonna ricochet. Whatever this is, it's gonna bounce off of you. This person's gonna try to project into your reality. We have Thorns. Weathering the challenges ahead will bring in a new and positive future, and that's in reverse. You do not have to be a martyr. You don't have to play this person's game. This is about boundaries, boundaries, and boundaries. And what are you willing to do to draw those boundaries so thick and so clear that it came with consequences that another person cannot refuse to respect? They cannot even try to ignore it, because it would mean that they would hit the bottom of the map, they would hit rock bottom so fast. That's the position that you're in. And if you feel like you're going to stay phased and be friends with somebody, you got another thing coming. Not this person. You can take a peaceful protest all you want. This person right here will sacrifice you without even thinking. Meanwhile, you over here trying to be all good. This is a school. And everyone has the potential to be bad. And everybody has the potential, the capability to be good. But if we don't make those choices and make the actions that reflect that, then we have had to learn how our actions speak louder than our words. You guys, I genuinely love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.